Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day number 42. Great number, by the way. On the road to 2000 ELO Rapid Series. We're playing with the black pieces here against an E4 opening, and it looks like it's an Italian. I want to see if I can play this move. I've played Queen F6 in the Italian, I believe, um, in my classical game. I'm not 100% sure about this, though, so it's risky. Maybe I'll save that for another time. We're going to play something standard with bishop c5, and it looks like we're playing into an Evans Gambit. This is fun. Now I got to pick the right square. I think the right square is bishop e7, but there's ideas here that I got to worry about, and I think the reason why I got to go bishop e7 is because of stuff like this. Bishop d6 looks bad because it blocks in the pawn. Bishop c5 could be a move. Also, bishop a5 could be a move. I've played this before, so I do want to try to remember this. Takes. Knight here is not a move. Knight here is not a move. I feel like bishop e7 is right. I don't see the problem here. Bishop e7, I'm anticipating d4. Let's play it. If this is losing, it's losing. That's my sort of logic with openings typically. Should I play d6 now? d6 looks very natural. It just blocks in my pawn, which is a little annoying. But now here takes, and at least d6 fights for the center. I don't even have to take back. I take right away, actually. I could also play knight f6, preparing to castle. Knight f6 walks into this idea, though. Oh, I don't think it's very good. Let's see. Let's play d6. My plan is to play bishop e6 and trade off this bishop. I really don't like the look of this bishop. If I play knight here, yeah, I'm better safe than sorry, right? So we're going to play bishop e6 and we're going to trade off this bishop. That's my idea. And yes, we have doubled pawns, but like, look, after takes here, or even, do I just allow this? No, probably not. If I allow this, then takes, and then my knight has no really good squares. So I'm just going to take, pawn takes, and now I play here. Do I play here? Do I play here? Play here. I want to play this, right? So that they don't have access to my knight to d5, attacking my knight. The problem is that this gives like knight e5 as a potential move in the future. Also, I gotta watch out for my king's safety. If I can play this, that'd be nice, but then here takes. So knight here, takes, knight here. Takes, queen takes, rook takes, knight here. Maybe I can play knight f6. I gotta think. I don't want to develop too slowly. I feel like that's what led me to losing my last few games. But I gotta evaluate really e5 and d5. I think I'm fine. So I'll play knight f6. Bishop here doesn't look too threatening. I can just castle, because this. I mean, because the bishop is there with the queen to support. Let's see what my opponent does. I wouldn't be surprised with either of these moves, but I don't think I have to be too concerned. Say here I said I would just castle, which I'm still intending on doing. Okay. I guess the idea now is this. That's fine still, because then I can place my knight onto e5. So I think I'm doing okay here. We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, we're significantly down on time in the opening. We're up a pawn because it was the Evans Gambit. So that's nice. And my position doesn't look bad considering the fact we went into a Gambit line. Now, can I play e5? e5 here. I want to play e5. e5 just shuts stuff down. e5 allows this, which is a little annoying, so maybe I shouldn't play it just yet. What else can I do? Queen e7, rook d8? Where can I improve my queen? Can I play this? Maybe this is better. This here is annoying, right? But if they do that, then I take this pawn first. So that's not going to happen. So here takes. Knight takes, bishop takes. Or here. I mean, I think e5 is good, because if they play d5, then they can never access this square with their own knight. And if they take, I take back, and we allow trades. Okay, but doesn't this win me a pawn? I think it does. A second pawn, I think. That's what my thought process was. Here. And it looks like I just want another pawn. Okay. Now, do I have to worry about this? Here. Perhaps I just play this way, but then I lose this pawn. Do I care, though? Knight a5 looks weird, though. Knight a5 looks like a weird move. Here, knight takes... Do I have knight check? No. Knight takes this? No, that's too much. Okay, let me try this. Knight takes is annoying, but then I can play c5. But I would love to play c5 and keep the pawn on d4, if I can. Can I play this instead? That is the question, isn't it? Here, rook here. I don't see a good way to preserve this knight. Maybe I just play rook b8. It looks so ugly, though, but we'll try it. Let's play rook b8, keeping the material on the board. They can't ever go here to attack the pawn, because then knight takes. And yeah, ideally, I can somehow... Okay, king h8, I guess. I don't see any threats. What does this do? This feels overly ambitious. Okay. Let's go knight here. Knight here loses a pawn, but it lets me play this, which looks good. Let's give it a shot. Here technically I'm hanging 2 pawns, but yeah, and then I wanted to play here first with tempo. And I think you lose the defense of the knight, right? Or wait, what? Wait, no, I can just... What am I saying? That's a free knight. Why am I not taking this knight? What did I have in mind? What? Here, where's the queen go? Queen can go up and take a pawn. Why would I allow that? Let's go this way. I don't see a problem with this move inherently. And now, yeah, okay, so I'm just winning a lot of material here. I can't forget there's no increments, by the way. Like, would be bad for me to forget. I'm dropping pawns now. Let's play this. See if we can try to trade the queens. Probably go here. Oh wow, going this way, huh? Interesting. Okay. If I go this way, they take, so I'm gonna go rook here. Or can I play something better? Let's go rook here for now. Oh, there was definitely backragging tactics there, by the way, that I missed. We're gonna try to trade more queens. Trade more queens as if there's money on the board right now. And let's push the pawns. Okay, wait, no. So we should not hang material. Now let's go bring our other rook into the game. I should play faster. So I apologize if I am talking too much. Let's go this way. He can takes here. I might be losing the thread of the game, honestly. We'll see. Is this defending? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's trade the queens. This looks good for me now. Now this should be completely winning with ease, as long as I don't hang back rank. I mean, that's the one big threat. We'll play c4 next, pretty much whatever he plays. And then we'll play here. And then we'll play here. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, if he takes, then I promote. So that's fine. And now I have this. And let's do that. And let's go check here, check here, trade. Is that good for me? I mean, my position's much better, right? Let's go this way. Try to go for after this pawn. I can't lose this game. That would be bad. Check here. And now we got this. Sweet. Well, not yet. Got to work on that. Here would be a little bit problematic. Oh, wow. I didn't see that move. But that looks bad. That looks bad. Here. This way. It's gonna take the pawn. And I'm up 2 points in material, so I can just trade. Okay, and let's just get this going. And this should be winning. I believe. Oh my god, wait, maybe not. Here takes here, here, here. Oh yeah, that's scary. I did not calculate this fully. Orally enough. Here, here, here. So they go down. Oh, he miscalculated, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he miscalculated. Yeah, and now we're chilling. Oh, that was difficult. Ay. Good game, though. Nice. Nice conversion. 1750? Hey, we like that. We like to see it. Okay, let's take a look at the analysis. That was a fun one, so let's see exactly how that played out. So, this game started with the Italian. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, the Gioco piano. And here, the typical response is d3 or c3, but my opponent went for this really fun way to play b4, which loses a pawn out of the gate, but is very strong tactically, because with c3 and the bishop sliding back to e7, you can play d4 now and gain complete control over the center. And this is called the Evans Gambit. And instead of playing d4, my opponent castled, which is something I'm not used to. I decided to play d6 here, and afterwards h3 was played. So, you know, as you can tell, black is better significantly here by about a pawn, which makes sense because black is up a pawn. And the idea of the Evans Gambit hasn't materialized yet, which is maintaining that firm grasp on the center. Here, I should play knight f6. So knight f6, the idea being that if d5 is played now, d4 is played now, takes, knight takes d4, e4, sorry, wins a pawn again. So there's no full control of the center if I play knight takes f6, knight f6. Instead, I decided to trade off the bishops, which I don't dislike actually, because you know the light squared bishop for white is probably their best piece at the moment. So trading it off makes a lot of sense to me. And here d4 is played now, and I decide to take, and this is apparently not that good. I should apparently go queen d7, and try to castle queenside, or even queen c8. Essentially, prophylaxis, identifying the fact that the pawn on e6 is a major weakness, and correcting that weakness by defending with one of my pieces here, the queen. Instead I take, and then here I make a mistake. substantially. Knight f6 is a mistake. And d5 is the reason why. My opponent doesn't find the reason why. d5 is the reason why. And I was considering this, and I was like, oh, this can't be that good. Wait, no. Sorry. d5. My bad. I was considering this. I was like, this can't be that good. I thought, okay, pawn takes. And then knight e5. And I was thinking, okay, if knight takes, it seems fine for me, right? And it is, according to the engine. But I missed the fact that in this position, my opponent can just chill. Play something like knight d4. Wow, knight d4 or knight g5. Okay, the idea is moving your knight to threaten e6, knight e6, and that's a really nice move. Knight e6 is really nice because this pawn on d5 defends the outpost on e6, and I don't have any pawns to fight back. Outposts become a very, very important concept when you get higher rated in chess. It has a lot to do with positional play. When you have a piece on an outpost, it is extremely powerful because it cannot be kicked out of the square it's on. That is the whole meaning of an outpost. So it's good to look for squares on the board where you want to place your pieces, where they can impose the most threats and where they're the most solid. And I missed the fact that this square on e6 is extremely weak right now and very, very good for the knight. My opponent, luckily, did not go for this. And instead played bishop g5. I castle here, takes, and knight c3 is played. And now I decide to play e5, removing the possibility of the outpost. They should go d5 here, and I thought d5 I was fine with knight e7, but instead they go for knight d5 now, and yeah, I'm not too worried about it, right? Apparently I should take with the knight, not the pawn, but this is still okay. After knight takes, queen takes, and yeah, this is fine for me. Here I did find, oh, and look at this. I spent a substantial amount of time on this move. The only good way to defend this pawn is rook a b8. Which is really cool. Rook fb8 is also fine, but it blocks it. It completely closes in your other rook, so I don't know why you would play that. Rook ab8 is the only way to defend it. Playing this would be bad. So rook c1, I lose some of my advantage. Playing something like this would be bad because of... Oh, I thought it was going to be because of knight takes here. Yeah, I mean, that's the main reason why. Anyways, advantage is lost with any other move, so I find the best way to play here, which is good. I'm really glad. And one of the core reasons is that the rook's never going to actually come onto d8. There's no point. This pawn's very solid, and it cannot defend the pawn on d4. And on e8, I can just slide in the other rook. I already have control over this file with my queen. So after queen check, king h8, queen d5, here I mess up. And here what I should be doing is trying to go for rook fe8, which is the idea I had initially of, controlling the e-file with my rook. And if this knight ever moves out of the way, rook e5 becomes an idea. And, that's very likely in this case. Like here, it's very likely to have knight takes at some point. But anyways, I, missed that. Apparently my opponent also missed the fact that this pawn was hanging. So they went for a trade of knights. This is not good. And much better here as long as I play c5. And I don't know why I didn't play c5. I rushed into this. I just hung a pawn for no reason. The conversion could have been a lot smoother of this advantage. But, I'm still better here, trying to trade the queens. The queen moves away. I'm trying to, push it away. And continue to go for a queen trade. And finally... oh, wait, actually, here I hung another pawn. I should probably go a6. There's no reason not to. But yeah, here I finally get my queen trade. My opponent just, made a mistake there, playing f4, trying to get some sort of initiative counterplay on my queen, but they missed the fact I can just trade. And now these two pawns working together are very hard to stop if I play it right, and I don't, because I allow the rook to go on c3 and disconnect those pawns. And what I should be doing is going b5 now, trying to, first of all, defend, and if he takes, then the rook here can come on both. Like, I can pretty much push these pawns with the rooks on both sides, which would be very helpful. So something like b5 takes, b5 takes, oh, sorry, b5, rook take, pawn takes, rook here you can imagine, and then something like rook b3 looks pretty good to me. because rook takes, pawn takes, and now, you know, this pawn's dangerous. This is capable of coming in with a check. It looks scary. That's what I'll say. It looks scary. Like rook b2, and then b2, and then rook c1 look like very logical moves. Rook c2, b2, rook c1 look like logical moves. I digress. I didn't see that idea. Whoopsies. I just jumped ahead quite a bit there. Let's see. Okay, so we were at here, and I allowed rook c3. Good on my opponent for finding it, and then rook d1. And this is where, you know, I need a little bit of practice, clearly. Apparently, I lost my full advantage here with h6. I should be going rook d4. Why rook d4? I don't understand this. Rook d4. What's the point? What's the point? Let's say king here, for example. Then what? Rook c d8. Okay. Rook takes. Oh, wait, rook takes doesn't work. Sorry. Okay, but like, let's say rook c2. Rook d3 check. King here. Okay, now I push c3. All right, interesting. Yeah, I need some endgame practice. Hard to see that. I was also very low on time, to be fair. And so, you know, I was losing until my opponent made a mistake. Right back, playing g3, not realizing the threat of rook e8 check. And once I trade the rooks, I should be going c3 right now. Oh, that's nice, because after this, there's this. So I sack my rook, but I get a queen. Yeah, that's fun. But instead, I decide to keep my rook on the board, and I let him take the pawn. But, I mean, I'm completely winning here. If I play this right, once again, oh my goodness, I keep messing up. King h7, you got to activate your king right away. Right away. Also, I have to keep these two pawns together, because that's how I create a passer. This way, I don't have a passer, because now this is a draw. I have to defend my b7 pawn, and I can't ever push. Bad by me. But also my opponent made a mistake, thinking they can play for a win, and it got punished accordingly. Chess is crazy sometimes. What can I say? Ultimately, I'm happy with the win. I definitely can work on a couple of things there. 1750 is a very, very cool milestone to reach. It means that I'm only 250 elo points away from my rating goal. The goal is still 1800 by the end of the year, but we've got it to 1750 in like less than 2 weeks, so maybe we'll hit 1800 by the end of the month. Who knows? I don't want to get too ahead of myself, though. We're going to take it one game at a time. We're going to try to win as much as we can, but this is going pretty well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please remember, like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a lot, and make sure that you can keep up with all of my games. And, yeah, I'm playing an over-the-board Singapore tournament. Wow, that didn't make sense. I'm playing an over-the-board tournament in Singapore, correction, in about 2.5 weeks' time. So that's going to be really fun. I'm probably going to live stream it on my Twitch channel. So if you're not following me on Twitch, that is where I stream. Please do consider going there, dropping a follow. I have a link to my Twitch channel in the description of this video. So yeah, and I'll be posting recaps of the games as well here to YouTube, just like I'm doing right now for the Japan Open. I hope you enjoyed the recap of day 1, and the recap of day 2 will be coming out soon when I get the time. As you can tell, I'm at a different hotel. Again, we're traveling in Jeju Island in Korea right now, so having a blast, and about to take off for the day. Enjoy your own day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.